Happy Tuesday to you.
Happy Tuesday and welcome.
Yes. So I hope y'all are doing amazing today on this here day. Make sure as you all are coming in, you let us know where you are coming in from,
That's right. Drop your city in the comments
your city or your country. I mean,
or your country
that too represent.
or what
Hey,
have you.
fam. Hey, yeah, let us know where y'all are coming in from. We're coming in from the greater NYC area, more specifically, more northern New Jersey, but we're right over across Hudson. So, where y'all coming in from? Where you at? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. Excited to see so many new faces here. We're on a couple of different platforms here, and for those of you, okay, Phoenix,
What's up? So,
Phoenix
wish I would have
is
had that
nice.
temperature this morning
Phoenix.
while we were out running, getting our run on.
Yes, Phoenix is nice. Okay, VA in the house, Roanoke.
Roanoke.
We drove through there on the way to where were we going? I don't know.
South Carolina.
Were we going to South Carolina? Yeah. So I remember seeing the signs.
Hold on, because you gotta say this right.
How you gotta say it?
Let me get in my Georgia state of mind.
Okay, get in the Georgia state of mind.
East Perm.
What? See, I don't know. That's how you supposed to say. You just added a syllable or a letter in there.
Nah, how you say
Georgia.
point? Do it phonetic. I know how point is to be said.
Southwest Atlanta, South Africa. What part?
From East Point, Georgia.
Listen, South Africa. Oh my goodness.
I've
visited such a nice place. We're in South Africa. I went to Joburg and Durban.
Well, somebody says that they're not able to hear us.
You can't hear us? Okay, hold up. That's strange. Oh wait. Somebody else is able. They're able to hear because they're responding.
Yeah.
Is it like
check
low,
your volume?
Or like can you not hear us at all? Like let us know. Can everybody else hear us? Let us know, please, in the comments. I can hear you. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so we got people chiming in from all over, and we're excited that you're here and perfectly on your end. Perfect. Cool. Now, we know that there are lots of new friends and faces, especially on our IG, and we want to make sure that we come in and do a proper introduction. So
welcome to our crib on the web.
On this corner of social media. So glad that y'all are here. And just real quick, in case this is your first time with us.
What's up? I'm O.L. Buckley.
And I'm Sway Buckley.
That's right. We're Marriedpreneur Life Strategists, co-hosts of Marriedpreneur Life, the podcast.
Yes. And in short, married entrepreneurs come to us to sync high-level systems with laser clear strategy so they can build out a business legacy that is purposeful, powerful, and profitable. And to do that in sync. Why you do the boom?
That's right.
Yeah. So with that being said, what we like to do is be coming on primarily on Tuesdays and come live to share some practical nuggets, specifically for those who are married entrepreneurs who are building businesses. If you're a married entrepreneur and you're building a business, let us know in the comments what industry your business is in.
Beauty, finance.
Let us know.
Coaching.
Drop it. But yeah, drop it in there. So we'd love to hear that. Also, just in case you may or may not have known this. Okay, great. You can hear now. Karen, awesome.
Excelente.
Just in case you may not have known this. So we found that there are 3 primary types of married entrepreneurs. Okay, so they're no cookie cuts. Everybody's not made the same. So different across the board, but there are 3 primary types that we've noticed over the last 10-ish years of working with married entrepreneurs. And so you may find yourself in one or more of these 3 categories. Okay, so the first marriedpreneur type that we've observed over the years is the spousalpreneur.
Yep, spousalpreneur.
Yes, and that is where one spouse
is basically building the business. The other spouse may be working a 9-to-5 or supporting in some other way. So that category is spousalpreneur.
Yes.
If that's you, drop an S in the comment.
Yes. If you're a spousalpreneur, drop that S so we can know who's here.
One working the business, one working 9-to-5, supporting all that good stuff. All right. The other type is what we call indiepreneurs. Now, indiepreneurs, this is where the 2 of you are building your own individual businesses. And that's just that. He's building his. She's building hers. All right.
Yes.
If you are an indiepreneur, drop the letter I in the comments. All right. Lastly,
yes,
we have what we call and have noticed is the couplepreneurs. And this is where both of you are working, building the same business, and you're doing it together.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's you, if you're a couplepreneur, go ahead and throw them C's off in the comments.
Drop a C in the comments. So we have somebody that said they used to be a spousalpreneur. So what are you now? Because that's the other thing too. You could be transitioning from a spousal to a couplepreneur, or an indie to a couple, or a couple to indie, you know, those types of things.
Or you could be 2 out of the 3 at the same time, or moving between any one of those.
Transition.
We've been at different points.
Okay, we have some C's in here. Yes, and right now we're indie and
couple.
But when we got married, we were spousal and indie. Well, spousal.
You were building your business.
It was just spousal.
Spousal, and I was working 9 to 5.
Yeah, it was just spousal. So, okay, we have health, and then you have couplepreneur. Awesome. Okay, nice. Couplepreneurs. This is good. So today, real quick, we're just going to take a few moments with you and share some things that are going to help you and your sales. If that's something that you're needing, do let us know in the comments. Just drop a yes, and we are going to go forward with this insight we want to share with you for different sales strategies, different ways, simple ways to increase your sales as married entrepreneurs.
And let me say this, it doesn't matter your industry. These sales principles, sales building blocks, they are universal for any industry, any sector, any business.
Yes, yes, and yes. And the thing about sales is it is the lifeline of any business. It's when your sales go down, your business goes down. When your sales go up, your business increases, and that's how you scale with your sales. And so this is why we're going to dive into this today, but specifically speaking as married entrepreneurs, right? So that's the whole perspective that we're taking on this. I should say this too, before diving into these different steps and different areas, that you all we want to make sure that you're aware of some other resources. So we have the Marriedpreneur Life podcast, and every single week we're dropping classes in the podcast. And a new episode drops every Thursday on marriedpreneurlife.com or your favorite listening platform. Just want to make sure that you all are aware about that. This past week, the latest episode out now is all about creating a social media content strategy together. And so so social media is not like running you, but you're actually running it, and you're not being drained and overrun by it.
If you feel like social media is running you, and
you're trying to busy
publishing, and it's like, man, it's too much
scheduling.
You need to go listen to that episode.
Go listen to that episode. That's the latest episode, season 3, episode 14, I think it is, on the Marriedpreneur Life podcast. So we want to make sure that you all are aware of that. You can check that out. There's tons of other resources there on the Marriedpreneur Life podcast, as well as marriedpreneurlife.com. With that being said, also, as we go into this sales piece, something that we're doing for the first time ever this year is we are launching a brand new, totally revised Love and Launch, Grow Your Business. It's a 5-day challenge, and that starts next week. We want to make sure that you all are aware of it, but really what we're doing is we're helping couples who are seeking to increase their sales over 5 days, walk you through that process, and you will have more sales if you follow the steps during those 5 days. Okay, so if you want that, if that's something that you're seeking for, then we want to make sure that you are that's available to you. You can go to the link in the bio, or you can head over to loveandlaunchsecrets.com. loveandlaunchsecrets.com.
Love and Launch Secrets. Let me make sure you get all the phonetic, get all the letters in it. Love and Launch Secrets.
It's also at the top too. It's also at the top. Link in the bio. Now, with that being said, let's dive into this. Whether you are an emerging married entrepreneur or established married entrepreneur, we want to share these insights with sales for easy ways to increase your sales as marriedpreneurs. Okay. And what we want to do while you all are here live is to give feedback, to give answers, to help how we can. So make sure you drop your questions in here. And I think it's important to know a little bit about our background, so you know who we are, what we're bringing to the table when it concerning sales. Okay, should we start off? You want to start off with a little bit of your background?
So start off a little bit about my background. Let's see.
In sales.
I come, first of all the entirety of my work experience has been sales. So I've never not been in sales, but I've been in different types of sales. Started off in retail, but the last work experience or job that I had where I was in sales, I was a registered agent in a bank working with wealth management. So I was in the investment space, also lending, business lending and corporate lending space. And so I did a lot of sales of loans and investments for my clients. They were all high net worth clients. That being said, being able to sell in that environment taught me a whole lot, so much so that I was actually able to be ranked in the top 5% of all the employees of the bank that I worked for. And it is an international bank based out of Spain. So it took the entirety of Latin America's, North America, and Europe. And so I was ranked top 5% in that category. So I say that to say, I know a little something about sales and people.
Yes. And then for me, just to give some background, I started my first business at the age of 16. It was a tutoring company. And my second one at the age of 19 on my dorm room floor was a staffing company. I needed to find a way to pay my way through school. So my my clients were actually school districts. And our company became the fastest growing and the largest although we were in sales, but it was more so staffing and more so in the arts, in the creative arts and education sector. So very niche market in that, but the largest and the longest standing specific staffing company in that area. And actually in the industry, we were just in that area. So that started at a very young age. And like I said, that paid my way through undergrad. And I was able to continue on running that business from literally all over the world. Before COVID, I was running my business from my laptop so I could travel and do more of what I enjoy doing. So all that was based on having the right types of sales in place and having an understanding of sales. And this is why we're saying that it doesn't matter your industry. Sales is necessary, right? So this is why we want to share just some insights with you all today. You can take this with you and start implementing it and then actually see some results right away. Okay, so let's dive into it. We're going to go over just 5 easy ways. We have some little notes here so we don't forget anything. 5 easy ways to increase your sales as marriedpreneurs. Okay, first and foremost
is to get your mind right.
What
Let me say, sales is so much mental.
Yes.
It is so much of how you approach it, how you think about it, even before you start engaging and having conversations with anybody. And specifically as marriedpreneurs, oftentimes we forget about our experience, and our spouse helps us to really encourage us so that we can build and have the right mindset pertaining to sales as marriedpreneurs.
And I would also say this too. So when it comes to the right mindset, understanding that we are in the business of serving through selling. And so we found that working with all different types of married couples, married entrepreneurs who are building businesses, oftentimes the blockage would come when their mindset was like they didn't want to sell. But selling is how you serve. And if you are hesitant about selling, then what happens is your sales are going to be hesitant. People are going to be hesitant about giving you their money, right? So understanding that through your sales, you are actually serving people, like, period.
Yeah, the difference between a business and a hobby really is sales.
Oh,
I mean, if you really just want to just put it that way. And so when we see sales as serving, we're saying, hey, we're putting ourselves in an opportunity to be able to bring solutions to the marketplace.
Yes.
That can happen in a way that is honorable through sales. Sales puts you in position to be able to serve the market and the people that you say you want to serve.
Yes. And then depending on where you are in your sales spectrum, we don't have time to go over all that today, but depending on where you are as far as understanding that you're starting, or are you scaling, or are you just launching, like where are you in that process, and understanding how important having those sales goals are, number one. And I say this because it's so basic, but many times there are companies that don't have that in place, and then that tells you exactly how sustainable you're going to actually be. But being very clear about, okay, what does it mean to actually have a clear sales process, and then also have a sales mindset to go with that process. So that's the first step of this understanding of increasing your sales, is having the sales mindset and having the sales process, which ties into the mindset.
I just want to say this last point about sales.
Okay.
The best sales environments that I have ever been a part of were not sales culture, they were service culture.
Yeah, people know the difference. People know the difference. We know the difference. So we know people know the difference. So understanding that that's the whole point is to serve through sales. Now,
Number two,
leveraging as marriedpreneurs, leveraging each other's skill sets. So something that we had to be mindful of, we had to have a sit down conversation to say, okay, based on our business, whether you're indie spousal or couplepreneurs, and we talked about those definitions a little bit earlier, it's important to not overlook what your spouse brings to the table too. So it would be skills over here to our company. Like that would be a tragedy to overlook that. Tragedy and a travesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. You talk about leveraging one another. The two of you have like different giftings and different ways of going about things and different, you know, charm and ability to connect with people. And so one of the things that's really helpful when you really think about working this out and leveraging each other's skill set is, you know, two things I found to be very important when it comes to a sales service environment and really upping that in your business is there's like knowledge, product knowledge or knowledge base, and then there's likability. If you just know how stuff works, but you're not likable, it's probably not going to be very helpful in this in sales, at least not down the stretch. But if you're likable, you don't really understand what it is that you're selling, there's going to be some challenges there. That's going to impact your confidence, even though people may like you. There's been plenty of times I've heard people who are like, oh, I really like talking to them, but I wouldn't buy anything from them. I've seen situations like that. But my point is that the two of you have different skill sets. And if you leverage that knowledge base, that likability, that ability to connect and speak and talk to people, listen, this is not the time to be like, well, I really want to do what you do best. Well, if I really want to do it, but you do it best, it's probably best you do it.
Yeah, and it really starts with understanding where you all have already been winning.
Yeah,
like bring that over. So for me, like for you, you were already winning. Leaves clues. Yes, you were already winning with sales. I was already winning with building relationships, building businesses, as well as all of had at least 100 people on my payroll, and not all at the same time, but as we grew over the years. But doing that and being able to manage the people, number one, but then also having to create content like training materials to walk them through the process that was very specific and proprietary to our business, to my business. And all this happened before we were even married, right? So I think it's important to understand, like, okay, where were you already winning over here, and let's bring that over to the business so we will be winning. So with my skill set and his skill set, bringing those over into what you're doing now is an easy way to increase. But that's going to look different for every couple, right? Because we all have different skill sets and backgrounds and even connections with relationships as well too. So all that looks different, but really taking an assessment, a clear assessment of where you are and what you already have, and then use what's in your toolbox. Okay, so that's number two, leverage. Number three, when you're talking about sales and increasing your sales, when we're referring to your offer, you want to make it a no-brainer. Yes, knowing each other's purpose. Yep. Make your offer a no-brainer. If you are seeking to increase your sales, like today, look at your offer and make sure it is a no-brainer. Do y'all know what a no-brainer is?
I can tell you where a no-brainer starts.
Where no-brainer starts.
When your people want it.
Right. Yes. With
they
that,
gotta want it first.
Absolutely. With that, or really, really, or want it, or really, really need it badly.
Yeah.
Like heart surgery. You may not want it, but you need it. So
right.
There's that. But just understanding, yes, based on what it is that you're offering, that your people need to know that what you have to offer is a no-brainer for them to pull out their credit card and be like, yes, give it to me right now. I want this right now.
Have you ever gone somewhere, maybe at a restaurant, you sat down and they shared with you what the promotions were for that day, and you were like, you sat there and you looked at each other like, oh, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Duh. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You want that duh effect.
So they're already ready to buy. Like they already are aware of it. They're educated in it, and they know that you have the solution to their problem. And then now they're like, you can take me to this place. So here's my card. Let's go. Because the result, the reward of what they are investing it far outweighs the actual investment. So case in point, right now, we mentioned a little bit ago, we are doing a Love and Launch Grow Your Business Challenge. And we're walking couples through over 5 days a simple sales strategy that guarantees and increases clientele within those 5 days. Now, if you are a couple who's like, oh my goodness, we need some more sales and we need more sales ASAP, then the question to you is, what is that worth to you? We show you when you go to our page, like this is everything that's involved, but this is a live training. This is not like on demand recorded. We'll be answering questions, walking you through our process, as well as giving you your templates, your scripts, your checklist, so you can start seeing results right away, like in those 5 days. It's worth well over $9.97, well over that. And so what you get, all of that for $27, okay, that should be like, well, duh, right? Like that should really be like, well, if that's what I need. That's for your dream client though, because there could be couples out there like, no, we're good on sales. We're good on that. Then that's not for them. But understanding who your dream client is and making it a no-brainer what you have to offer for your dream client, it should be so clear. And one of the ways that we like to do this is to show the value of what we're offering to be at least 5 to 10 times the amount of what the investment is. Right? At least 5 to 10 times that. We always go for the 10, but sometimes we're like, okay, if we can just at least start with the 5 and then build it up from there, it makes it so easy for someone to see the value. And if they need that and they want that, it's like, okay, well, let me figure out, let's just go do it. Like, duh, right? So be mindful that what you're offering, that you know that it is a no-brainer for your people. And if you don't believe it's a no-brainer, then go back to the drawing board. Like it needs to convince you. Need to be like, man, if I wasn't me, I would buy it from me. Like this is good. Like that's how you want to feel about it. So you're really excited about what you have to offer, right? You're not just like, I hope this is not too much. Like no, that means you need to bring more value. That means you need to beef it up. That means you need to bring more to the table. If you're like, I don't know, yeah, you need to bring more value to the table. And so understanding how to create an offer to do that, that's exactly what we'll be doing next week, loveandlaunchsecrets.com. I'll put that plug there. You check the link in the bio as well. And you can join us on that journey to make sure that you have what you need to increase your clientele in 5 days or less. So just like that, just an offer to say that this is a no-brainer. There is an example, live example. So that was number 3. Number 4, for increasing your sales as marriedpreneurs.
Yep. Align your wealth roles. What are wealth roles? It's the thing you do well and the thing that your spouse does well. And when those two come into alignment, it increases the profitability and the productivity of your business.
That's it. Because we realize that so many people get caught up, distracted with all the other things that have to get done, and realize by the time they do those things or halfway through that list that they have no more time nor energy left to do the thing that you're actually desiring to do in your business. And so you're like, oh my goodness, I hate this business. Like I didn't sign up for this because I'm so tired all the time and I'm not doing what I want to do. And I'm doing all these administrative things. And this is not what I was looking for. And right. And so this is where wealth roles comes in. It's like, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, but understanding like where you are called to be, that's going to bring the most increase for you both. It's
the aspect of building your business where you where you say to yourself, I get to do this. As opposed to, I have to do this.
That's so good. Yeah. So aligning your wealth roles is key. And we do have a system for that as well, too, that we'll be walking couples through. So you can do that within the Love and Launch Grow Your Business Challenge, loveandlaunchsecrets.com. Absolutely walking you through that. That was number 4. The last one, when it comes to 5 easy ways to increase your sales as marriedpreneurs.
Number 5, make more offers.
It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game. It really is.
It's a numbers game.
It's about frequency.
It is.
And if you don't make an offer, you can't say they said no, nor can you say they said yes.
You just say they can't say yes.
Yeah. And it's not until you make an offer that they even have an opportunity to say yes. So part of the question is, well, if we're not getting more yeses, the next question is, are we making more offers?
So yeah, if you're in business, as we believe you all are, making your offers, can we hear some examples? Are you asking about the offer, or sometimes response comes in delayed a little bit. So if you can tell us, we're happy to give examples, but let us know which ones. I know we said like 5 different things. Are you talking about? Which one are you talking about? I'll say that one. Which one are you talking about? We're happy to give examples of whichever one. Oh, example of offers. We just gave one when we said
just happened.
I don't even know if you realize it. Well, on number 3, when we said make it a no-brainer, we just gave you an example of an offer, and it's actually our offer. It's a live offer, loveandlinesecrets.com, where we're walking couples through this process of getting more clients, making more sales in literally 5 days or less. The offer is head to the link in the bio. So the offer always has a call to action, CTA. Head to the link in the bio to be a part of the Love and Launch Grow Your Business Challenge, or you can go to loveandlinesecrets.com to go ahead and register. And we gave within that offer everything. We gave a high view, not everything, of what's involved in that offer, which is in the Love and Launch Grow Your Business Challenge. We said there's going to be every day we're showing up live, so you're not getting replays or recorded like messaging. We're going to be able to answer your questions live. We also said you're going to have templates and downloads, and you're going to have scripts, even as well as having more conversations on how to make your offer based on what your business offers, right? So offers are all based on your business, right? So tell us what your business is and what you offer, and then that's going to be your offer. So let us know in the comment if that makes sense. Okay, good. Good. Thanks.
Awesome.
Okay. So, but also you can let us know if you all are needing help with offers, because we want to make sure that you all are clear. Because if you're not making offers and you're not doing it daily, the goal is to have it automated, y'all. That's the sweet spot, to have your offers automated, so then people can automatically say yes, and then it's the whole sales process is automated, right? So think about those things as you all are building and growing, scaling together. I see you all over on Facebook say good stuff. I'm so glad you're enjoying it as well. Let us know if you have any questions with any of these. So we'll do a real quick recap. We talked about the 5 easy ways to increase your sales as marriedpreneurs. We went to number 1, get your mind right, went over the right mindset, understanding, leveraging your skills between the two of you.
Number 2, we talked about leverage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, making it a no-brainer.
Yep.
Number 4, aligning your wealth roles. And 5, making more offers
like every day. And so if this is something that's helpful for you, has been helpful, do let us know. We like to know that and hear that from you all as you're growing, and then hearing about other things that you're needing as well. And then lastly, one more again, if this is something for you that you're like, this was good, now we want more, how do we get walked through this process? And that's where the Love and Launch Grow Your Business Challenge comes into place. So we want to make sure, once again, that you all, if you're just joining us, you can head over there to get all the details. We'll walk you through this process so you will absolutely have more sales in 5 days or less. And all that starts next week. But you register today, and then you get access to the bonus training, the prep training that's already starting today. So you'll be in place and ready to go when we get going as a group next week. So we hope this has been helpful. Make sure you share. Let us know in the comments if this has been helpful for you all. Share it, tag, all the things based on what platform you're on. All right. So until next time, y'all.
Keep living
purposefully,
powerfully,
and profitably in sync.
In sync. Peace, y'all.
Peace out.